Hey guys, and welcome back to the Robert Zemeckis Film Collaboration Review series that I've been doing with Miss Christine 94. Today I'll be doing, I think it's the 7th review in the series for Forrest Gump. So Forrest Gump was directed by Rob Zemeckis and it came out back in 1994. It's what you'd probably call an epic drama comedy film. It's epic because it's a really big scale movie. It takes place over someone's lifetime pretty much, and it's just packed full of their life's adventures and history and the journeys that they go on. So Forrest Gump is a simple type person. He's not retarded, but he's got a few mental issues, and he's played by Tom Hanks. And Tom Hanks, this is just definitely one of his better performances. He's always a good actor. He's one of my favorite actors, and in my opinion, he's just got that skill where you can see him in any movie and he plays an almost completely different character to what you're expecting or to what you've seen him play before. And Forrest Gump is really one of his best characters, and he won the Academy Award 2 years in a row. This was the second film that he won his Academy Award for, and he definitely deserved it with this performance. So Forrest Gump, it starts off when he's a kid and he's in love with this girl called Jenny. Well, they're friends at first, they're just school friends, but he has really strong feelings for her, especially growing up, and he is always kind of chasing her, but she eventually just wants to go out and explore the world. She doesn't really care for him in the way that he cares for her, but that's only one of the stories in this film because it's about his life and he takes many different journeys, as I said before. So a large portion of this film takes place in Vietnam also during the war. So Forrest Gump enlists in the war, and that's where he meets Lieutenant Dan, who's played by Gary Sinise. He also meets Bubba, who becomes one of his best friends. They start a shrimping boat industry together, and that takes off and becomes really popular and famous. There's also a scene where Forrest just feels like jogging. It's just a random scene, but it's a really cool scene. So he starts jogging, he jogs out the end of his street that he lives on to the end of his town, to the end of the state, and eventually he's running across America over a period of a few months, I think. I don't know, maybe it's a year, but he's running for quite a long time. He also becomes a really good ping pong player during the war, so he enters a lot of competitions. He also gets to meet the president a few times, so even though he's this really simple type character, he does a lot with his life, and it's a really interesting and fun movie to watch. So Robin Wright plays Jenny, the love interest in the film, and she's quite good throughout the film. She goes through a lot of up and down stages. She is kind of like a hippie, and she starts losing her way, going on drugs and everything like that, but in the end of the film, she ends up kind of realizing that back where she began is where she belongs in the first place. Sally Field is also in the film. She plays Forrest Gump's mother, and she's quite good in the movie also, though she's only in a few scenes here and there. So the movie is quite long. I think it goes over 2 hours long, but it's a very enjoyable movie the whole way through. It's quite fast paced, so you don't feel that any of it's dragging at all, and there's just so many different things happening in this film. It's not confusing, it's not hard to understand or anything like that, but it's just such a unique type film, and I think if any of you have seen this movie, which you probably should have, or should definitely see if you haven't, it's just one of those films that you've got to see because it's just so well made, and it's kind of a feel-good movie as well because it ends quite good, and the performances are just phenomenal in this film. Everyone's at the top of their game, especially Tom Hanks, and Gary Sinise was really great. Alan Silvestri did the soundtrack for the film, and I think he's pretty much done all of Robert Zemeckis' films, and he's a really great composer. He's one of my favourite composers, and his score in this film was really great as well. It had just that catchy piano theme that you'll remember if you've seen the movie. So also, while Forrest Gump is mostly a drama film, it does have quite a lot of comedic moments throughout the film, and they're really well placed. They're really quite smart and quite funny at the same time. So I think most people enjoy that about the film, that it's a light-hearted drama film rather than a heavy-handed drama film, so it doesn't kind of weigh you down at all. So Forrest Gump is one of my personal favourite films, and I know a lot of other people love it out there. Being a big fan of Tom Hanks, it's definitely one of his best performances, and I think most people will agree with that. So there's quite a lot you could say about this film, but that's pretty much all I've got left. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't seen the film, definitely check it out because it's a movie that you have to at least watch once. So the next review should be up sometime soon on Miss Christine 94's channel, and she'll be reviewing Contact, the 1997 Rob Zemeckis movie. So if you like this review, it'd be great if you could subscribe to our channels and check out some of the previous reviews, and I'll have a link down below to the next review. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.